Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Good morning, everyone. I'm still figuring out this new system, so hopefully this is a more HD version of live streaming. Okay, let me just start putting everything together. Pop out chat. Move it here. Let's see, window capture. This will be going to what's going on here? Why is this not working? That's weird. Should be Chrome. Let me do it again. For those who just joined or joined, hello. I don't know why my camera just keeps focusing in and out. That's odd. Window capture. Pop chat. And then it should be this one. Okay, great. Excellent. Making little smaller so it fits everything. Okay, I think this works, right? Yep, this works. And I'm gonna move this over. Ooh, beautiful. Yes. Okay, great. Hello, everybody. For those who are here, you have the floor because you're the only person here. So feel free to shoot any questions regarding UX or design or product design, portfolio, resume, cover letter, anything that you can think of, and I'm here to help answer all the questions. Oh, maybe I could also play some music. How does this work? Hello, hello. Somebody join. Hello there. Feel free to ask any questions or comment on this new setup. I think the audio should be more clear and the visual should be more crisp as well. Because I'm setting up a mic up here and a new camera in front of me. But yeah, if you have any questions about UX, portfolio, resume, career related overall, what project you should do, feel free to shoot in the chat. Okay, let's get started. We have some questions here. Alright, so first question, Keegan left. Correct me if I pronounce your name incorrectly. And let's see, what is your day-to-day work life as a UX designer? Okay, we fix this soon. Okay, so day-to-day work as a design slash product designer. Let me see. I've been in my current company for over 3 years, so my day-to-day definitely changed over time. At the very beginning, I would say I spend at least 80% of my time doing design work. So open Figma, craft the UI, really look into the color, composition, alignment, spacing, a lot of visual. But at the same time, I have to also work with engineers and product managers to align to the project, to the product, to their goals and metrics, and draft the flow. So technically, I draft the flow, like the UX interaction flow first, and then I go deeper into the UI slash visual design. And then I also work with researchers to to test those designs. So I will have like final like 3 proposals. We have to do some usability testing for early validation, um, to kind of make sure that that's the one that we should ship. So 80% design work, including user research, prototyping, all that, and 20% in meetings. You will be talking a lot with engineers and product managers. But nowadays, I would say my time working definitely decreased. I would say I work on maybe at max 50%. I spend 50% of my time, so half of my time in design work and the other half in just communicating with all other teams. Because also over time my responsibility increases, so be have I will be having more conversation and chats with the marketing team, the partnerships team, and other teams that are not immediately impacting my design work, but overall company planning, and all that. I will have more interaction there. So like a 50-50 split between design work and meeting. Not what I like, not what I prefer, because I definitely prefer more hands-on craftsmanship work on the UI or design or prototyping overall. Um, but yeah, hope that answers your questions. If you have any follow-up questions, feel free to shoot. So I'm gonna move on to next question. Dasha, hello Dasha, welcome. Let's see. The question is, hello, what do you like the most about your job, and what do you hate about the most? Okay, this is so just let you know, this is actually a classic question that you might get from if you interview from a company. Yeah, you're already working at a company, you interview at another place, they will ask you what you like and what you don't like, so you should also have a take for that. You should also ask them about this question. If you want to work at, I don't know, Apple, you should ask them what do they like about working at Apple and what do they not like. Just FYI here. So me personally, about my job, I work at a company called Wing, which is under Alphabet. You can totally look it up, like public information. I'm not hiding anything. What I like the most is the subject space that we are in is pretty exciting, because there are a few things that I do know I want to work under, which is I want to work on consumer-facing technology or consumer-facing product that deals with emerging technologies. So drone delivery, the delivery part is consumer-facing. Drone is kind of future technology. Not everything is well defined yet, and there's still a lot of technology limitations and other constraints from the government or policy we have to push through, and then the people that I'm working with are very nice, very smart, talented. So it's great to be in the environment that you have a supporting group of folks that maybe value design and support design. And our design team is also growing overall, getting more headcounts, more people. So I like about it. And what I don't like about it, I kind of hinted at in my things I like. We do have a lot of technical limitations of what we can do. Like the drone is like this. It can fly this far. It can fly for this long and carry this much of items. And what the drone can see or recognize as the technology, the vision side of things that has a limitation on its own. I have less control of that, because essentially ultimately I work on the mobile app or other software products and services, so that relies on heavily on the aircraft team or the drones team. Somehow my focus is also off. Let me fix it. Okay, it's more clear now. And so that's one. Because it's so new and it's an emerging piece of technology, it's definitely going to be some tech limitation that I have to work around for. Another thing is, legal policy, like from the government side, like we cannot fly everywhere. So there's a limited, we are kind of bounded and limited by the laws and regulations and rules and community acceptance of all those things. So less design related things, but things that would affect what I would design the product for, and how I would design it. So those are two things that come to my mind. I surely have a longer list of things, and I'm totally okay to circle back to you, but we only have 15 minutes for this session, so let me move over. So Dasha, feel free to follow up on the chat if you have more questions, specifically what you're asking. And next, Keegan, that's correct. Okay, yeah. So I answered that question. So Smooth, hello, Smooth, welcome. And you're starting a class in October. Is it worth it? I guess tell me a little bit more about the class that you're starting. Is it a UX class, a design class, a prototyping? Like, what does it focus on? How generic it is? And how can I'm just gonna go one by one. AK, hello, AK. How can one get better at communication and articulation? Do you have any framework you follow, structure, deliver message? Oh, this is actually a really good question. It's gonna be really useful in the day-to-day work, because there are always better and worse way to communicate and how much you communicate. So I think that that in and of itself is a huge topic that I should discuss in a different video. But just for the sake of time, in the interest of time, I will give you a quick answer to that. So whatever you want to say, I don't think there's a framework, but for a day-to-day normal conversation, I think it's okay, just say what you mean to say. But when you collaborate with other teams cross-functionally, engineers, marketing, product, be a little bit more careful and strategic about what you want to say and how much you want to say, especially if you don't know those people well enough yet. So when I first started, I of course be a little bit more careful for the things that I say. So in that case, just think through the questions, play back the question that you're going to ask in your head. Imagine you are the other person. So design thinking, you just think about you as the other person, think from the other person's perspective, and see how that message sounds like. Imagine you're talking to the engineer, so imagine you are the engineer first, play that message back in your head, and see if that question is maybe it's a leading question, or it's going to be really feels aggressive, just trying to catch all those mistakes early on. At the end of the day, maybe you pass your own like internal test, but still when you communicate outwards, you maybe offend them, or they feel like they were offended, or they feel like they're being pushed like too much, or anyway, there's nothing you can control at that point. You already said what you said, so you're not gonna save that back. But afterwards, just follow up. Maybe apologize and explain and clarify what you actually mean. You don't mean to push them or being aggressive or blah blah blah. So just being communicative is just not. It's not only about talking, but also having that back and forth and mutual understanding of what you're trying to say in that subject matter. So that really helps you build a long-lasting, effective collaboration across teams. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. If you have more questions, leave it in the chat. I can follow up in the next UX live chat. So Smooth, what's your starting salary at Wang, if you don't mind? Good question. Can I disclose it actually? I would say it's not like engineering level high, but it's definitely something around. You can also look it up online. It's not a secret. You can find the information everywhere. I would say it's on par with all other roles that it's on par with the salary from other roles that I've got. So earlier I think I made a video on how much designers made in Silicon Valley. Let me see if I can pull it up actually. So in that video I talked about the 3 or 4 offer that I got and what are the salaries attached with those. Over time, of course, it increased to counter for inflation and all that. But I would say my wing salary is on par with my salary at DoorDash, or at Caffeine, or at what's the other one that I got offer from Fitbit. So that, let me see if I can try it here. Oh, it doesn't work. Well, but Smooth, totally go into my channel and look for my video about UX designer salary, just type it in the search box, you should be able to find it. That should give you an understanding of the salary structure and how much they tend to pay in Silicon Valley and what my wing salary kind of level with. AK, okay, thank you, AK, and Keegan, thank you so much as well. Anyway, we can contact for advice for mentorship. I have been thinking about mentorship, Patreon and all that for a little bit, but I don't think my schedule can accommodate it at the moment. So maybe the best way so far is to smash the like button, subscribe, and stay tuned for my other videos. Leave a comment in those videos if you have any other topic that you want to see in future videos, so I will make them in my own time, my own pace. That's one. And two is to watch my older videos. I tend to just provide as many good advices and recommendations as possible, because those are the things that I personally I have gone through in my undergrad, in my school, in my grad school, and early in my career. So I try to bring those questions online for everybody to see. Third is to join this kind of live UX chat. I'm thinking I was going to have this ongoing for a little while. So feel free to bring your questions and come in and shoot for it. So I think, yeah, we are a bit over time, but thank everybody so much. Thank everybody so much. Thank you, Keegan, being the first asking question. Thank you, Dasha. Thank you, Smooth and AK. I will see you all in the next session.